now I'm actually at a added more risk. I've taken more loss on this position because I reacted too fast and I didn't follow the rules of the master. I must admit, Shane, Kurt, I did not follow the rules of the master. I cheated. I tried to outsmart the master, and now I'm looking at a slightly lost position. Now, this is easily still manageable, of course, but you won't have the full knowledge of how to use these techniques, how to correctly apply these techniques without the blueprint. Okay, but these tools are greatly going to help you with your management, and of course, you see here how easily I can illustrate how a position can go wrong using these tools, but I still have opportunities to manage this position, make it a profitable one, with the master's help, of course. All right, so that's
thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
I already see a little opportunity there, but it's ironic. Are you passing the screen back to me?
I was going to, yeah. I just wanted to say that,
Good.
Just close up and say the Power Options tools, these are greatly going to help you following this method, but the only way to fully understand them, of course, is to purchase the blueprint, have all of the tips and all of the rules there before you. And if you guys want more information on Power Options, we're doing a live webinar tonight. I'm doing a live webinar tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can sign up for that from the Learning Center and go into the webinars link, and you can see that we can sign this one, the Intro to Power Options one. So if you want more information and you have the time this evening, come visit us. But also in this Learning Center and Webinars link, you can see here on the right-hand side, we've got several archived webinars on the tools of Power Options that you can access at any time. We're going to archive this one as well, but we have a radioactive trading intro archived there for you on Power Options. Of course, the only way to see this is if you have a 14-day free trial to Power Options or you're a current subscriber. Okay? All right, sir, let me go ahead and transfer that back over to you. Okay,
Great. We had somebody ask about Income Method 3. When am I going to show that? So
all right.
We'll go ahead and show that now. And take a few questions, too, if we can.
Sure.
First of all, with assembling a radioactive profit machine, okay, start out with a company that I think has a reasonable chance of going up. Okay, that's no secret. That's that's probably what everybody would want to do. Okay, but then, of course, we want to calculate, okay, if I got into this stock at this price, if we went up 20%, what would it be, okay? And around that price, there's going to be put options, okay? So I picked up a $50 put option, okay? And it's got to be 5 months expiration minimum, all right, for reasons that we talked about in the blueprint and also on the Efficient subscription, okay? Cena, I picked up. Now, here's the reason I'm showing this. I only just now began to have Income Method 3 opportunities, and I've been saying it since November that that once the market bottoms and it begins to go back up, we're going to see more Income Method 3 opportunities. And I just closed one with GILD, Gilead Sciences, that made me bulletproof. I started out with like an 8% risk and ended up being completely bulletproof. And we'll see here by Friday how much more it turns out. Okay, but I'm going to show you an archive trade because it's clear, and because I believe that there's going to be very many Income Method 3 opportunities coming up. Okay, so here's Cena, and I'm going back quite a bit to show you this one. Although we're going to have more and more of these coming up, I believe. Okay. $42.35 is what I bought the stock for. I bought the $50 put option January 2009. That's not a misprint. For $10.10. That's also not a misprint. That looks expensive. But, Mike, I'm going to completely destroy the argument that buying puts is too expensive. Okay? And what I've heard most people tell me is that, okay, if your total investment is $52.45, that's all well and good, but you have to make, that stock has to go to $52.46 before you've made a penny. Well, is that true? No. No. By using the income methods as adjustments, we can pull out and lower the cost basis and pull out more and more income and do it risklessly as long as we follow the guidelines in the blueprint. Okay. The total at-risk amount here is $2.45, or a total of about 4.67%. Now, after getting into the position, we want to cancel the risk that we've taken on and do this by way of one of the 9 income methods or combinations of those methods. When all the risk is canceled, I call the situation bulletproof. Okay, and if you sell a call at too low a strike, it is not bulletproof. You might think that you've canceled all of your risk, but you haven't really, Mike. If that stock goes up, then all you've done is plain vanilla covered call.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so shame on you. We're not going to let that happen again, right?
That's right.
Okay, so anyway, here is income method number 3. What happened with Cena was it began to go up, and it went up, and it also came back down. When it went up, it went up to about $50 a share, and so my put option was all time value. Now, granted, I started out with this put option being $10.10 a share, and now here it is at $7 a share. Mm-hmm. Okay, $7 for the contract. Well, I've had people look at that and say, well, Kurt, you lost $3.10. I said, wait a minute. My stock had to gain over $8 for that to happen. So did I lose anything at all? No, didn't lose a thing. But here's what I did. I sold that put option, but rather than being unprotected, I bought another put option at the same strike, at $50 strike. Okay, so I'm insured at the same level, right, Mike?
That's right,
The thing is that I have shorter time for this trade to play out, but that's all right, because now I've collected $7. I've spent $1.60. This $5.40 income offsets more than cancels my risk of $2.45. Okay, now I still have the privilege of selling it for $50 a share, right?
That's right.
Can I also sell calls against?
Absolutely.
Can I do income method 6?
I believe so.
I can do all kinds of different things against this bad boy. And what really happened was I ended up taking out profits of $7.30 a share by using income methods number 6 and 3 in tandem, and the stock went back down, so I ended up exercising the put. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I only ever had about 5% at risk. I made a more than 13% profit, and I was bulletproof most of the time. Okay, now let's compare that against not having the insurance. Remember, I say buying the put is like buying insurance, and folks say, well, it's too expensive. Well, wait a minute. Wait a cotton pick a minute. Out of the 730 return, how much of it was due to income method number 3?
$5.40.
$5.40 of it was due to income method number 3. Now let's just think about it. Could I have done income method number 3 if I didn't have insurance?
No, you could not.
Okay, couldn't have done it. But let's just say that I saved money. Let's just say that I decided instead to just buy the stock and sell the stock without any protection at all. Well, in the same time frame, I would have picked up the stock at $42.35 and sold it on the same day, December 21st expiry, at $45.99. I would have made $3.64. Okay, instead of making twice as much. Now, it's less than half if I'd have bought and held in the same time frame. Okay, but here's the real benefit of the insurance. What if Cena had done this instead of what it did do? In a radioactive profit machine, I would only have 4.67% at risk. If I'm buying stock and selling calls against, well, let's just say this. This is the chart for Overstock, which was recommended a few years ago by a top cover calls trading guru. She would tell you that right now the stock is in winter. So if you bought it at $40 a share and it's trading around $10, $12 a share, I guess you haven't really lost anything. It's just going through a season. Do you buy that, Mike?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. And I don't think any intelligent person really should. The thing is that if a stock is trading down, there's a reason that it's trading down, and it may eventually fail. It may pull an end run on you. Okay, so the main thing that I want to get across to folks is that buying the insurance, not only is it not expensive, okay, not only can it save your rear end, but you can also manipulate it for profit. Okay, here's another way in which I have done this. Picked up income method number 3 by buying Research in Motion, okay, also buying a put option. 8% was my maximum risk, okay. Now, 22 days after I put on this trade, I did an income method number 3 trade where I sold to close the $100 put and bought to open another $100 put at 1260. Well, that more than canceled the risk that I had. Research in Motion was bulletproof from this day forward. And in my Fission subscribers, that were following my trade, I wrote to them and I said, hey, I can predict the future. Which is funny because I always tell folks, hey, I can't predict the future. Okay?
Right.
But here was my future. My future was going to be that when the earnings announcement happened, the next day I'd be smiling. And the reason that I'd be smiling is because if that earnings announcement disappointed, why then I'd be able to grin and